G'day guys, and welcome to this business management lesson. In today's lesson, we're looking at key knowledge points 116 and 117. That's Unit 1, Area of Study 1, and the 6th and 7th key knowledge points for this area of study. Today specifically, we're talking about the importance of business concept development, and we'll also be looking at the relationship between business opportunities, which we talked about in our previous lesson, and business concept development. Now, you should recall from our previous lesson that a business idea is any space where you can identify that there's a gap in the market. It's identifying something that you could sell and people would buy. The different sources of business opportunities we discussed previously, and it's identifying those business opportunities that constitutes a business idea. A business concept is quite different in that a business concept is a fully fleshed out plan of how you would go about bringing that product or service to the market. You've got to think about all of the details of the product. You've got to think about your target market and their needs and wants, where they are and how you'll get the product or service to them. You've got to think about your staffing needs, what kind of staff you'll require, what kind of skills and experience they'll need to have in order to be an asset to your business. You'll need to think about branding. You'll need to think about your competitive advantage. There are almost innumerous considerations that need to be thought through when doing business concept development. Of course, the second key knowledge point that we're talking about today, 117, is about the relationship between a business opportunity or a business idea and business concept development. And it's this simple. You can't have a business concept if you never had an idea for a business. You have to come up with an idea for a business. You have to think about some gap in the market and what you would have to bring to fill that gap in the market before you can start developing your business concept. There's an example here on your slide. If you've identified a gap in the market for eco-friendly cleaning products, your business concept development is going to involve all of the thinking and planning that goes into how you would actually go about manufacturing this product and making it available to purchase in the market. So the relationship between business opportunities and business concept development can be stated as business opportunities provide the impetus for the development of a business concept, which is then used to turn the opportunity into a viable business plan. Now, business concept development in and of itself can look quite different depending on the nature of the entrepreneur and the opportunities that have presented themselves. However, generally it's going to follow a basic 5-step process. The first is to have your initial idea and maybe start thinking about it, establishing your business concept. The second step would generally be doing as much research as you can possibly do into your competitors, into your customers, where the target demographic or target customers for your business find themselves, what they like, what they need, what they already have, what they don't have. Generally, this falls under the heading of market research, and that's the topic of the next key knowledge point, 118, so we'll talk about that later. But doing as much research as you can so that any decisions you make as you go in your business concept development and forming your business plan are well informed. On the back of the research you've done in market research, you can begin to refine your business concept and determine whether or not you had initially set out with some half-cocked ideas, some half-baked concepts, and perhaps you found through your market research that your target demographic overwhelmingly are attracted to the color blue, and so your idea for a banana-themed restaurant perhaps might not be the best idea. Whatever it is, if you've come across information through your market research that can help you refine your business concept, that's what you would do. You would apply that research, and then you would go about conducting a feasibility study. Now, there are numerous ways that someone can do a feasibility study. Feasibility study is any efforts to determine whether or not the business concept, once realized, once made real, would be successful. So you might provide samples of your products and get consumer feedback. You might do a soft opening, a soft launch, not at full capacity, to test whether or not customers are attracted to your business idea. Whatever it is, a feasibility study is going to help you determine whether or not this proposal for a business will be successful. And it's usually worth doing this as part of concept development so that if your feasibility study reveals that no, there are still problems with your business proposal, then you can sort those before you implement your business plan. And finally, your business plan is the answers to all of the questions raised during business concept development. During your business concept development, you might have decided that you're going to need some employees, and you might have started thinking through what kind of skills and experience they have. You might have started deciding how much you'll be able to afford to pay them. That would be written in your business plan. So once you start your business, you know exactly what you need to do. If you're going to have seating in your business, how many seats, where will they be placed in your retail space, and what color will those seats be, what supplier will you be getting those seats from? The answers to all of those questions would go in your business plan. Business concept development is taking your idea, the basic idea for a business, and fleshing it out, making it far more thorough, doing the research, thinking through problems as they present themselves, and whatever the solutions you come to are, you would write those down in a document that we call a business plan. And only when you've got your fully realized business plan are you really ready to start your business. Can you start a business without a business plan? Sure. Is it more or less likely to succeed than a business that's getting going with a well thought through business plan? Almost infinitely less likely to succeed. In summary for this key knowledge point, preparation is the key to success. There are several reasons that concept development can be considered important, including these. It can help you identify and validate business opportunities. You might have had an idea for a business, but through the process of concept development, you've identified that you'd actually misdiagnosed the business opportunity, and in fact, it's quite different than you would initially thought. It might be that your initial idea didn't at all come with thinking about what kind of business you would need to run in order to fill that gap in the market. This is an opportunity to do that. A well-written business plan is going to help you attract investors and partners. If you're in a position where you might need significant capital to get this business started, then investment is something you'll be pursuing, and a well-written business plan is one way to make that process simpler. And certainly it can guide your decision making. The process of concept development is going to help you make decisions in a logical order rather than having mountains of papers and just losing track of where you are in the planning process. Overall, it can be said that business concept development is an essential step in the process of starting and growing a successful business. And you can't do any business concept development unless you've had that initial stage of coming up with an idea for your business. That's all for today. See you next time.